Good morning. I'd like to welcome you. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for the City of Gary for October 30th, 2024. I'd like to call the meeting to order. May we stand with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have a full screen on the television?
Yes, sir. Give me one moment.
Thank you. May we confirm quorum by roll call, please?
Member Green. Member Allen.
Present.
Secretary Morgan.
Present.
Vice President Dumas.
Present.
President Suggs.
Present.
Mr. President, we have 5 present, 0 absent.
With attendance of 5 present and 0 absent, we have quorum. We have an official meeting.
Mr. President, I need to make a motion to amend the agenda to add 2 contracts. So my motion is to amend our agenda for today to add a professional services contract with Tobert and Tobert and also a professional services contract with TAF Law. That's my motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved, and properly seconded to amend our agenda for today's meeting to add a line item for Tobert and Tobert professional services and a line item for TAF Law professional services. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to move to item number 3 on our agenda, the approval of our minutes for the October 23rd, 2024 meeting.
Mr. President, I move that we accept the October 23rd, 2024 meeting minutes as written. Second.
It's been moved, and there has been a second to accept the minutes for the October 23rd meeting minutes. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Let's move to item number 4 on our agenda, claims.
Mr. President, we have before us claims to be paid on November 1st, 2024. General fund is $433,758.50. Special revenues including local roads and streets, NVH restricted, Parks Department, Health and Human Services grant, SAMS vehicle auction, law enforcement training, court, solid waste recycling, HIV prevention grant, COVID-19 ESG grant, park construction fund, and lakefront TIF. Totals $142,552.85. Ambulance non-reverting public safety income tax, will excise surtax, redevelopment non-reverting fund, market park, fire pension fund, and police fund, $169,028.73. Total to be paid on November 1st is $745,340.08.
I'll entertain a motion to approve claims for November 1st, 2024.
So moved. Second.
There's been a motion to approve the claims with a proper second. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may we have roll call for approval on this item?
Member Green.
Yes.
Member Allen.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan.
Yes.
Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 opposed, the motion to approve the claims for November 1st, 2024 has been approved.
We also have ratification of 1 claim for the general fund at $17,814.23.
May I have a motion to approve the ratification of claim?
So moved. Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. May I have any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may we have roll call for approval on this ratification of claims?
Member Green.
Yes.
Member Allen.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan.
Yes.
Vice President Dumas?
Yes.
President Suggs?
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 in opposition, the ratification of claims has been approved.
Mr. President, next on the agenda, we have correspondence and agreements from the law department. You want to do second?
The first correspondence is in reference to Cigna Insurance. First is the dental and vision insurance. The city having gone to bid and got quotes for new dental and vision. At this time, we would like to move to cancel the Cigna dental and vision insurance effective December 31st, 2025.
I
I'm
second.
sorry, 2024, excuse me, December 31st, 2024.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to cancel the Cigna Dental and Vision Insurance for December 1st,
31st.
2024. Any discussion on this motion?
Mr. Vice President, can you just explain that there will
Yes.
be no lapse?
Yes, so there will be no lapse in insurance. This is the end of the term for the Cigna. The city has obtained Aetna, in which will now hold our medical, dental, and vision, all three at once, so that there's a collective of insurance, and we received better quotes and lower bid, both saving our employees some money on their premiums, as well as the city overall in the overall premium.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, may we have roll call for approval, please?
Member Green?
Yes.
Member Allen?
Yes.
Secretary Morgan?
Yes.
Vice President Dumas?
Yes.
President Suggs?
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 in opposition, the cancellation of Cigna Dental and Vision Insurance has been approved.
Mr. President, the same is for the Cigna EAP, that's the Employee Assistance Program. Having gone a quote and bid for the EAP, we received the lower quote. There will be no lapse. Staff will still be able to utilize the current Cigna EAP through December 31st, 2024. The new one will add EAP specifically for first responders, in which they will be able to talk to other first responders, which is a huge increase in a request made by police and fire sworn, as well as EMS. So at this time, I would like to move to cancel the Cigna EAP effective December 31st, 2024 at the end of this term.
Second.
It has been moved and properly second, motion to cancel the Cigna insurance coverage for the Employee Assistance Program effective December 31st, 2024. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may I have roll call for approval, please?
Member Green?
Yes.
Member Allen?
Yes.
Secretary Morgan?
Yes.
Vice President Dumas?
Yes.
President Suggs?
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 in opposition, the cancellation of Cigna Employee Assistance Program coverage has been approved.
All right, next, Mr. President, in continuing correspondence from the law department, we have a contract for professional service with Tolbert & Tolbert LLC. This contract is for them to provide professional services in support of the Redevelopment Commission and its board. The not to exceed amount is $10,000 for the rest of the year. And what they'll primarily be doing is serving as board attorney and advising the commission. Attorney Shalice Tolbert has been doing this exact kind of work in neighboring cities for over a decade, so she's very knowledgeable and very experienced. We think that it's important to move forward with this, and the reason why this is coming from the law department as opposed to the Redevelopment Commission is because the Redevelopment Commission has exhausted its professional services budget for the year, but this is something the law department can do as far as getting an attorney to serve various boards of the city. So I move that we approve this pending the final approval from the Finance Department of the QC40 form and the transfer of funds within the law department's budget to support these.
There's a motion on the floor for the law department to support the redevelopment department. by paying for professional services for Tolbert and Tolbert Law Firm to cover the board.
Second.
Is there a second? Thank you. It's been moved and properly seconded. May I have any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may we have roll call for approval?
Member Green,
Yes.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 opposed, the motion carries.
All right, next, Mr. President, we have a professional services, agreement with Taft Law. The amount not to exceed in this contract is also $10,000 to get us through the end of the year. And, this will be for, legal services, and also there's projects that the law department, would like to assign to Taft. So that would allow us to do it. This contract contains their rates, and, we've used them for other things. So I move that we approve this professional services contract with Taft Law, pending the approval from the finance department of the QC forwarding and the transfer of funds for this.
It's a motion on the floor to approve the services of Taft Law. May I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may we have roll call for approval, please?
Member Green,
Yes.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 in opposition, the professional service contract for Taft Law Firm has been approved.
Mr. President, the next correspondence is from the Gary Police Department. The first one is for Motorola in-car camera agreement. The police department received support to do in-car camera for all of their vehicles. The total cost for the in-car cameras to outfit all of our vehicles is $999,998.01, just short of $1 million. The purchase shall be paid as follows: $323,401.29 upfront in cost, as the equipment has been received, and then the remaining amounts of $676,596.72 will be paid over the course of 2 years. Again, this is to outfit all of our current police vehicles with in-car camera. They currently already have body cameras that they wear, and this will lead towards transparency and ensuring that we can also protect our men and women in law enforcement when incidents ensue. With that, I would like to move to approve Motorola in-car camera agreement.
Second.
There's a motion to approve the Motorola Solutions in-car camera solution for Gary Police Department, and there is a proper second. Is there any discussion on this?
Just to tell Mr. Vice President that tomorrow morning we have a meeting to finalize the fee schedule, and this will be part of that. We had a discussion before about it. Just wanted to let him know that we're going to include it.
Awesome. So that's when individuals request body camera and or now in-car camera based on a concern, a complaint, and or just full transparency. There are fees associated with the manpower in regards to pulling those cameras. Thank you so much.
Just a quick question in regards to functionality of having a body camera and an in-car camera. Are both of those items manually started, or do they start when one leaves the car? How does that work?
So the in-car camera, just like the body camera, they have an opportunity to turn off, so they be using the restroom on their break, things like that. However, when they're active in duty, the policy and processes, they are always active, especially if they're responding to a call. The in-car camera adds a function in which, while a police officer is writing up a report, any conversations that may have had or been said or anything like that, it gives the full protection in regards to transparency around it. You've seen incidents where, unfortunately, the city of Gary lost one of our very own Westerfield. He was inside of his vehicle. This would ensure their safety and well-being as well while they're in their vehicles, and that's ensuring to the community as we build up community policing that we are being as transparent as a government as we can. But also to our men and women, we've had incidents even this year where someone's made a complaint that were found invalid thanks to our body cameras. And so this just provides that layer of protection as well for both sides.
One further question, just with my curiosity, I've scanned through here, and I'm trying to see, is there 81 cameras being purchased? Is that the number?
I believe that's the correct number. Might be a lot more.
Page
than that.
1
Let's see.
of this contract.
Yeah, on the second page, it says 81 quantity
Yeah,
per unit charge for the system to be installed.
and it's that also that cost includes their the yearly agreement as well for
Okay.
functioning those.
Fantastic. Any other discussion on this matter? Hearing no further discussion, may we have roll call for approval, please?
Member Green,
Yes.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas.
Yes,
President Sir.
Yes.
Mr. President, we have 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and 0 in opposition, the motion carries.
Mr. President, the next correspondence we have is a request to advertise. The Board of Public Works received the following correspondence from the Gary Police Department in reference to our city auto auction by way of Corporal William Klaus. We are requesting, the Gary Police Department is requesting approximately 120 abandoned cars to be auctioned through the City of Gary's Police Department on Saturday, December 7th, 2024, beginning at 9 a.m. The locations will be as follows: Republic Frame and Axle, 7500 Melton Road. That will begin at 9 a.m. S&S Towing, 3641 West 4th Avenue. That will begin immediately following the Republic Frame and Axle. And then Benny's Towing at 2160 West 10th Place. And that will begin immediately following the S&S Towing. Those are the 3 tow yards that we contract with under the city ordinance, in which each tow yard has received those vehicles. They have been declared abandoned, and now we will be doing an auction. At this time, I would like to motion to approve the request to advertise the auction.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, the approval of a request to advertise an auction for 120 vehicles on December 7th, 2024. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion, may we have roll call for approval, please?
Member Green,
Yes.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan.
Yes.
Vice President Dumas.
Yes?
President Sir.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
With a vote of 5 in favor and no opposition, the motion carries for the 120 vehicle auction on December 7th, 2024. Do we have any unfinished business before the board? Is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I just want to make notice that this will also go out on public notice. However, we did schedule for our next week's meeting for the Board of Public Works to begin at 1 p.m. as opposed to our normal scheduled time at 10 a.m. That's next week, November 6th meeting will begin at 1 p.m. in the same location as opposed to 10 a.m.
Can I ask a question? And I assume it's to accommodate the fact that most of us gotta be down at the county. The other folks that presented the RFP are scheduled for 1, their presentation, so are some of us gonna stay back to watch that presentation? Have we?
As long as we establish quorum here, we're good. So I'm assuming we will have quorum, myself, Mike, and Sleeta,
Okay,
and William. You just probably will stay back.
all right.
Yes, I will be out of the office next week.
Oh, yes, right.
So,
We have 3. Yep, we'll have 3.
Okay. Any other new business? Trent, do you see any public comments pending in queue?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir. As I look in the room here, I see the list for comments, and I don't see any signature. I would like to open up to the floor an opportunity to speak before the board. Seeing no one interested in talking before the board today, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Thank you for your attendance.
So that's a good point.